and away we go.
Ho, ho, ho. Open up your door. I'm Santa Claus, and guess what, y'all? I got something to show. I came to bring some Christmas spirit. I got a big bag now, guess what's in it? Something for the rich and something for the poor. So Merry Christmas and ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
This is the Movie Loft Podcast with Tony, Phil,
Hi.
and Tom, and we're here in the Christmassy barn loft of the Henry Putnam Jr. House in Danvers, Massachusetts.
Which is kind of Christmassy year-round.
It's festive.
But it's
kind of
especially festive now. Yeah.
It actually is. The Christmas tree is up year-round.
It's a clock is right twice a year situation.
Well, yeah, it has a pumpkin bucket for Halloween sitting under it. But I'm going to strip those decorations off the tree after tonight because we had those decorations on the Christmas tree in Malden. I rebought those on eBay, and they've always been up here. And then I thought, I want as many ornaments on the tree as I can, so I'm going to take these off after tonight and put them on the tree in the house.
You got to put the sword on the tree.
I know, right? Just kind of stick it right through there. Someone gave me one of those balloons on like a plastic long straw thing that you can hold, one of those like foil balloons, a tiny one.
Okay.
Sadie did.
Okay.
And I stuck that in a tree, kind of like a hairpin.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You know, I stuck that in so it looks like an ornament there. And I was like, what did I do with that? Oh, it's on the tree. And as always, we are proud to be a part of the Writer's Bone Podcast Network. And you're here for our big Christmas tuna that we're getting on the boat.
The big extravaganza.
The Bacchanalia.
I mean, what is it that we're doing?
Oh, it's this little well-known picture.
Massive box office flop.
Yeah, it just didn't really leave much of a cultural, societal impact.
Resonated with nobody.
I feel
Siskel
like...
and Ebert both loved it and endorsed it wholeheartedly.
Yeah. It
Wow.
became a cult classic eventually a little bit, but
Yeah, it grew a life of its own.
we're doing fucking Home Alone.
Ooh.
I just had to do that because normally when I get going and you're like, did we say the name of the movie yet?
right.
And I'm always like, it's in the title. They're listening. They don't need to know. Then I bait you and you guys are...
Home Alone, a John Hughes, Christopher Columbus production.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And...
Starring Macaulay Culkin.
Yes.
Joe Pesci.
Yes.
Daniel Stern.
Yes.
Catherine O'Hara.
Yes.
Forest Green.
John Hurd.
John
Cranberry
Hurt,
Red.
Kieran Culkin.
Yeah, man, I love. It's so hard. Like John Hurt is impossible to see the same after his appearance on The Sopranos.
Yeah, I figured you were going to go
God,
there.
that character was so fucking depressing.
He
And,
was.
just
he
the
was.
polar opposite of the gregarious dad in this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He didn't have a big role in this though, but he did.
But man, you know, I mean, okay.
I love the scene where he's like, ooh, la, la, la.
I forgot about that. Actually.
Yeah, parlay anglais.
There is something new. You know, I'm sure we could go around the horn, but you know, I'm on my 50th watch of this movie.
Yeah.
How old were you when this came out?
I was 11 when it came out.
Oh, so this is your movie. Yeah, this is perfect.
I was,
yeah.
you know, I was Macaulay Culkin.
Okay, yep.
Like era.
100%. Yeah.
And I was 11, and I do remember seeing it in the theater. I saw it at the theater that was where Barnes and Noble is now.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember that
No.
one.
I don't
So
think I
yeah,
do.
near the North Shore Mall, there was a theater there. I think it was a 6-screen theater. That's where I saw Tombstone 12 times. That's where I saw this. That's where I saw.
Wait, are you talking about where Dick's Sporting Goods is? Or
No,
sorry,
no,
Dick's...
that was the 2-screen.
Okay.
So
I saw Titanic
I saw
at that
Return of the
one.
Jedi.
Right.
I saw Titanic at that one too, which my ex-girlfriend made me leave from because they showed her topless, and I was forced to leave the theater.
She was afraid you were going to ejaculate right there.
Because she wanted to take off her top and show you, but she didn't want to do it in the theater. She's like, what are you looking at those for? Look at these.
That's one of my most memorable memories at that theater.
That's wild.
I
But
hope
no,
so.
this was the 6 that Barnes and Noble right now. There was I don't know what it was. It was maybe like Hollywood Hits, pre-Hollywood Hits, and then they moved camp over to where Hollywood Hits was. But it was the same size, same vibe, but it was where Barnes & Noble was. But yeah, that's where I saw this.
I can't mentally picture where that Barnes & Noble you're talking about is.
Okay, so you know the North Shore Mall. If you're coming out of Macy's, And like there's a Toys R Us in the distance and shit. It's that Barnes and Noble right in between.
Shitballs.
Yeah, right between the two. Yeah, it's down just a little bit.
Yeah, you're hearkening way back.
Yeah. I mean, I remember seeing pictures there or all through the early
definitely
90s.
pre-COVID.
Yep. The 80s is where I would go to that where Dick's Sporting Goods is one.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where I saw Return of the Jedi with my
The
dad and my
DSG one
grandfather.
was second run. I remember that.
Yeah. The early 90s was that theater. Mid-late 90s was Hollywood Hits.
And Hollywood Hits was
And then
third
everything after
run
was-
and
yeah.
art house movies.
I mean,
but yeah, I remember I saw it then, and then I was 11, and I've certainly seen it every single Christmas since then, and
Okay.
sometimes multiple times because there's always someone you want to introduce it to. But yeah, I'm probably up around 50, man.
Okay.
how was it seeing it in the theater with a real audience?
It was-
and Barnes and Noble has been there forever.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, I mean it was magical. It was like there was already a buzz around it. I don't know if I saw it opening weekend or the second weekend, but there was already, have you seen this Home Alone movie? Oh my God, like legendary. And like, you're just there. I went with a couple buddies and like our parents or something. That was like, I was a little too young to get like, to go by myself. Like I'd have to have a chaperone
sure,
or whatever. But yeah, there was like, I remember there being a buzz about the picture and
Like
just-
in school. Like
yeah, in school.
amongst-
And it was
yeah.
totally sold out, totally full, elbow to elbow. And yeah, like everyone walking out of that was just like blown the fuck away, like everyone was feeling the vibes, like feeling good, feeling Christmassy. Came out in November. So yeah, I think I must have seen it like in maybe a month after release because I know it came out November 16th.
yeah.
And then this was probably in December. So it had already generated some good word of mouth and stuff. And yeah, man, it was awesome.
I mean, it was number one for like 12 weeks, so it was still
Was it 12 weeks?
pumping. I think it was around. Yeah, I think it was just about 12 weeks. Made like 17 million the first weekend.
Okay.
That is. I mean, I imagine the kids coming out weren't like when they were coming out of Rocky, everyone's jumping on everyone's backs, and it wasn't like that. But everyone was juiced up coming out of there. It was a
there was
great
really
film.
really good energy walking out of that theater.
Nice. What
Yeah.
about you, Tony?
I mean, I didn't see it until way into my probably late 20s, maybe even early 30s. Cause,
No shit.
Well, it came out when I was graduating high school. I was just doing other stuff.
Yeah, I didn't see it at that point either.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not bummed that I missed it in the theaters by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But I am glad at the end of the day that, that I got to enjoy it for what it is. It's just a fun, light movie. And I made that little remark about Siskel and Ebert. And
They didn't love it.
they both of them gave it marginal reviews. And they both panned the violence. And I think that they both missed the point that it was supposed to be cartoonish. It was supposed to be like Wile E. Coyote versus the Roadrunner. I don't think that they understood that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like even you as a young kid were like, yeah, this is clearly a wink and a nod to, afternoon cartoons.
Totally.
know?
Physical comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a great balance. I mean, there was definitely a conversation about how scary to make the burglars, as they were writing it and making it,
Right, and they were about as scary as a like cloudy day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're a little kid, maybe that might be. I found that the boiler was scarier than the.
I'm trying to harken back, but I remember the boiler definitely being a little like, oh, that's upsetting. But there was nothing scary about Harry and Marv. Like they were just goofy bastards.
I love both
who
of
just
them.
wanted
I
to
love
see
both
get
of them.
pummeled,
Snakes. I still do that. Anytime I hear the word snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how legendary is it that Joe Pesci is in it from frame one? That he's in it at all when you really think about it. I mean, I didn't come to the movie until late. I don't know when I actually saw the movie in its entirety, but I know I didn't embrace it until the last 15 years or so and start watching it at Christmas. But it was so well known and I had seen so much of it, or probably had seen it, that by the time I decided to watch the whole thing and embrace it as a Christmas classic, it was easy to do the first watching. There wasn't like any mystery.
Yeah.
Like when Batman came out, the first Batman, I avoided that like the plague because I'm such a contrarian.
Yeah.
That when I finally saw it, which seemed like forever now that I'm much older and 36 years has passed, but I probably didn't see it for 5 years. Which was like, back then it was like, what movie?
That movie was so hyped.
It was.
I saw that, and that was one of those, like, I cut school to go see it, and I saw it probably 3 times that day.
Yeah,
But
same.
Even though it was a longie, the third act kind of gets a little, you know.
Well, you know what happened to me when I finally saw it? I thought the movie was just going to get like, I thought the end was just beginning and he fell down the tower through the middle and it was over. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Only because it was so big that I was just expecting I don't know, never ending. I just didn't see that end happening.
You wanted more wonderful toys.
I didn't know what it was, but I did not think the movie was going to end there. And I was like, wait a minute. What? After 5 years of waiting and avoiding this thing, and I finally watch it, and this is it.
Yeah.
But what could match that expectation when you avoid it?
Yeah.
And everyone makes it sound like it's the biggest thing on the planet.
I was 12, and I remember I saw it on opening day, and I just got braces, and the doctor was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm going to see Batman." And he was like, "Don't eat any popcorn." I was like, "You got it, copy." And I ate popcorn and broke the braces.
Oh.
Anyway, back to Joe Pesci.
Is that what popcorn will do?
Oh, that makes my knees hurt.
yeah.
Why? Because you get a
Holy shit.
kernel?
I had a kernel and it just like ripped one of the braces. And
that
he was
makes
like,
sense.
"You fucking idiot!" Like, and my parents were like, "This kid's too stupid to get braces
man.
or anything."
They're like, don't tell them anything we haven't already told them.
And you were like, in my defense, I lied.
Yeah.
Oh,
I knew I was going to have popcorn.
So, but Pesci, he took some cajoling to get into this, right? Like,
yeah, he was
wasn't-
not impressed with the script.
Right.
You know, I mean, the lines he had to say and everything. Like, you know, like, you're sick. You know, that's really sick. You know, there's not much there.
The
And
great thing is like especially when he's flustered for the third act of the picture, like you can tell that all he wants to do is swear because like you just fucking motherfucker, goddamn fuck,
Right.
and he can't.
Right.
So apparently that's where all the muttering came from.
Yeah, he came. He worked at that and came up with it because of that.
It's great. I mean, but, you know, again, having seen the movie through adult eyes and not little kids, I didn't know Joe Pesci from, like, say, Goodfellas.
Yeah.
You know, I knew him from, I knew him from Goodfellas and not like where you as a little kid, obviously,
Oh yeah.
you're not going to have seen Goodfellas or even like, God, Easy Money. Do you remember that flick he was in? And he was like a real dirtball in that.
Yeah.
And, but
I
you know,
think that he had already kicked ass in like Raging Bull.
yeah,
And then
exactly.
did
Yes,
this. It's
exactly.
like,
And
wow.
then so you're going in fresh and you don't know Daniel Stern from like what would have been his big movie at the time would have been like, I guess maybe,
Was he a character actor guy most of the
he
time?
was, but he was in that, oh God, what was that movie with the Wild West and
He
Billy
was,
Crystal?
He was making that when it came out.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah, because Billy Crystal was going up to him on set going, your movie's #1 again this week, because
Yeah.
Daniel Stern wasn't paying attention. He was on location.
Yeah.
I mean, somehow Billy Crystal was, but Billy Crystal is obviously, you know, he's a big guy in the business. He was the main guy in the movie. Daniel
Yeah.
Stern is probably just like, let's do it and
Yeah.
keep going.
We say like third lead maybe in that.
We can
Yeah.
jump to favorite scenes if we want. Just get it out of the way. But I mean,
I
the
don't.
tarantula on Daniel Stern's face and
Listen,
his scream is like
There's
dude,
no, like
It's just the most untouchable.
I watched it this afternoon with Catherine.
Yeah.
And before we started watching it, I was like, my favorite scene in this movie is just this sort of like calm way that Kevin just gently places the tarantula on Daniel Stern's face. And then there's this like quarter beat of realization. And then, which I agree with, his like this stark, it wasn't a scream. It wasn't a yell. It was
He
like,
said he stole it from Psycho.
did he?
Yeah,
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
Which was
it
my,
worked.
My favorite little.
Because I would have done
poll
this, like just
today.
thinking of that fucking grody, hairy thing.
We rewound it like 4 times to watch the Scrizzle.
I mean, I heard that he did it silent because he didn't want to get the spider going, and then he had to dub it. I don't know.
Is that what happened? I don't know.
That's what I heard. That like
Maybe
you know,
in the dubbing, I don't know. But
I
he
don't
said,
know
He
if-
said the scream he tried to imitate the scream from Psycho.
Yeah. You know, he was petrified of it. They were going to use a fake spider, and then they decided, and he was like, no, and he was finally like, okay, do it right now,
Yeah. But those tarantulas are not. It's not a poisonous spider by any. It will bite you, and it will probably inflame and all that crap.
Oh,
but
maybe
they're not
that's what he
venomous.
was worried about, just getting bit at all. And they're probably like, well, don't
Seeing
scream
the hair
without
on it.
sound.
Yeah.
I wonder if he really did scream without sound. That's what
I mean, I do know
heard.
that. Speaking of like the little like movie trick, the scene where they almost plow into Kevin in the plumbing van.
Oh, yeah.
That was filmed backwards,
Yeah.
which I thought was super cool.
Right, with a side angle of him.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I think they actually edited the end of it so much that I think they probably just shook the van. Like
Don't know
two
how.
takes.
I just
but yeah.
know it was like backwards, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they do that from time to time. I love that. I'll go with that scene. I mean, I can't.
It's just so obvious. I'm trying to think of like a runner-up. Like, I mean, the Pizza Boy scene, my father to this day will just like cry, laugh at that scene. He just thinks it's the funniest thing.
With the video accompaniment, or just okay. I don't see now. Unlike Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which is truly scene after scene after scene after scene of absolute classic. This movie is worth its weight in gold, but it doesn't have that same. Okay, oh my god, my god.
It's not trying to be relentless
because they're not playing off of each other.
It's not trying to be relentless. Yeah.
No, and it's
it's balancing a lot of emotions. It wants to be heartwarming. It wants to be funny. It wants to be like seasonal. It wants to be all these things, and it's all of them. But it can't do them all the time, or else it wouldn't have the balance.
It's just funny how one scene like that can definitely stick out. Because other than that, there's the gags with the burglars and all that, but everything else is a lot of build up and exposition, and him in the house alone. There's different things, but it's totally different than a movie that's written for a duo. Like just the writing and the acting in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles makes it. It's so funny how both of these movies are absolute juggernauts and classics, and for good reason. And one has scene after scene after scene after scene of holy shit, that's in this movie too. That's in this movie. That's in this movie.
Great, yeah. The Pizza Boy gag is great. Obviously, like the fact that they filmed like a movie for the movie, using all that tech, like the old technology. I mean, that's just mind blowing. I love when people do that. Yeah. That was awesome.
But that that old saying, "The devil's in the details," and that's kind of where it pays off, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you
1, 2, 10.
Your guts full of lead. That's a great one. What else is good? I mean, runner up to that. What would it be? What sticks out?
Boy, oh boy. I guess the party. I like the party scene with Michael Jordan on the little train.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
There's some great lines, like, why are you dressed like a chicken?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think it really...
any Marv scene is fucking awesome. I love Marv.
Dude.
Yeah.
He's like a spirit animal of
the
mine.
Wet Bandits.
Yeah.
Yeah, they filmed that. They filmed that cellar scene in the pool of the school that they were shooting in the shallow end of the pool. They built a set do that that Wet Bandit basement with all the water and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, because they filmed this in New Trier High School, where they filmed.
It was all in Illinois, right?
Uncle Buck, and they did Breakfast Club there.
Okay. Shermer High.
Did John Hughes have that fear of flying? He just wouldn't leave Chicago area.
I mean, that's what he did. He did not want. I think more than anything, he didn't want any Hollywood meddling.
Yeah.
He wanted to be totally out of the eye and out from under the finger.
Which a little industry backstory to this, of course, that we know about, right? Like Warner Brothers greenlit it, but they had a real strict budget. They didn't want to go above like $12 million, and then so they came back with like all their shot sequences, and they were like, "This is going to cost 16." They're like, "We're not budging." And then like John Hughes in the back door was talking to Fox, 20th Century Fox, and then 20th Century Fox took it over and gave them whatever they wanted, which ended up being like 18 million.
No, the original script was 10,
million.
And they said if you can make it for 10, we'll make it. And then it went up to 13.5, and then there was, I forget what scenes they were adding, but it went up to 14.7, and that's when he had lunch with a friend at Fox and told him about everything.
And they started shamaning it.
And they put it in right before Christmas with the 14.7, and when they came back, I think it was right after Christmas, they said no, and they actually held their ground and said, well, then we need 14.7, we can't do it, and they shut them down. And there's that famous thing of them going from office to office saying we're shut down, and then the guy, I think it was the editor, because he had inside information. I think it was the editor, and let me actually get his name. I think it was Raja Gosnell. He was the editor, and he actually knew what was going on. So he walked behind the guy from Warner Brothers into each office after he left and said, "Hold it! Don't pack up anything else. We're not shutting down." Nice. And this is straight from the editor, and from his mouth, and when he got to the last office, the guy from Warner Brothers was just ahead of him and turned around and saw him, and he said something to him, and he said something like, "We're not shut down, you're fired," and he fired that guy, and it went to 20th Century Fox. Can you imagine how Warner Brothers felt?
The movie made almost $500 million and became like a cultural
they got
phenomenon.
it back, but they didn't get the initial hit. Like they had part 2 and part 3, and they had other parts of it, but they did not get that hit.
And how did Chris Columbus come on board? He was like interested in this and another script, and then he went with this because he liked the holiday vibes.
No, he was slated to do Christmas Vacation, and John Hughes had him meet with Chevy Chase. And Chevy Chase was such an incredible asshole to him that he went back to John Hughes and said he could not do it. And John Hughes said he kind of pleaded with him in a couple of ways and asked him to get together with him again. And he got together with Chevy Chase again. And then he said he would not do it. He wouldn't sabotage his career by doing this.
Everyone fucking hated Chevy Chase, dude.
Yes.
Like, the dude had just one of the worst reputations, it seems like.
He still does.
He still does. Yet he's out there taking the movie Christmas Vacation around and signing autographs. I think this is the way he makes money now because after Community, he got so toxic that no one's going to hire him. And he just obviously is addicted to whatever his income needs to be, and now he just takes the film around, and he's good enough to sign autographs. I don't think that I don't know that he's realized in his later years, getting close to the end of his life, that he should just try to enjoy the fruits of his labor. I think it's probably just more of he has to admit that if he wants to make his money, he's going to have to be his own boss because other people aren't going to hire him anymore, and this is how he's going to have to do it, and he just has to be good-natured.
I'm so glad he didn't make it into Home Alone in any capacity. It's not that I dislike his work. But,
he wasn't.
Fletch, the first
Fletch is your jam.
Unbelievably.
I mean, Chevy Chase in his movies is amazing.
Well, you know what's funny is I heard, and listen, this is just, it was on a DVD commentary. I cannot remember which DVD, but basically like, somebody was trying to like explain away why he is such a prick to people.
Yeah.
And back in the SNL days, he was the buzz, I guess, at the time around Hollywood was that he was like the next Cary Grant. Like leading man material.
Yes.
Like handsome, in shape, like knew his lines, knew how to act. Versatile guy, right? He could do it all. And he never was able to break through with, he had those first few movies, which kind of were a little bit sketchy.
Yeah.
But his breakthrough was as a bumbling dipshit, Clark W. Griswold.
Yeah.
And he ended up resentful
for,
Yeah, he resented his career and he resented the fans. I don't know how true that is.
That's what his breakthrough was on SNL too, though. Yeah. Falling down, pratfalls.
What was he, Gerald Ford?
Yeah, Gerald Ford, yeah.
I never knew that. That totally tracks, though. That's fascinating, yeah.
Yeah, but Christopher Columbus, he did Adventures in Babysitting and got kind of a gold key, and then he did Heartbreak Hotel and crippled his career. So him passing on Christmas Vacation was really something for him to do, but he just knew Chevy Chase, that was going to be so bad that even though he was being given a second chance here with doing a John Hughes movie and doing a Christmas Vacation, he's like, I can't do that because if this goes poorly, then I'm really done completely.
Well,
so
he made the right call.
Yeah, so he got this out of it, and he actually in this film has so many beginners on it. Not beginners, but like the director of photography, Julio Macat. He was the second unit on Tango and Cash.
Oh wow! He also calls this his favorite movie he's ever shot.
Yes, he does.
You know who else says the same thing? Robert Eggers. Robert, Nosferatu the Witch. Robert Eggers says that he watches this once a year and he thinks it's one of the most beautifully shot films he's ever seen.
Wow!
Which I love little surprises. Like that, but
I would not have thought that.
I mean, it looks gorgeous. I didn't look into the cameras they use, but the way every single Christmas bulb. In this was,
I mean, the red and green of the whole house was amazing.
Yeah.
Literally not a shade of blue in that other than his blue jeans.
Yeah.
Everything was red and green and white. The director of photography, he actually, because he was not used to shooting this and he didn't have a lot of confidence in capturing all these stunts and everything, he used this small camera. They had a small bonus cam that he used for a wide shot on all of the stunt work, and he placed it on the ground just out of the way, and a lot of times it was right where they kind of near where they were landing, and just to ensure that he got the shot because he was such a novice.
Yeah.
And that ended up in the dailies realizing that that was the shot, and that kind of unlocked in his head to use that camera more. And that's what they ended up using a lot. Like, they actually dropped it down when the iron was dropped down the shoe on his face. They did a lot of things with it, but it wasn't planned that way because he was second unit on Tango and Cash. So he was kind of out of his depth.
Happy accident stuff.
And you're filming all these stunts, you know, because it's really hard to lock down a bunch of random stunts. It's one thing if you have like 4 huge stunts in a movie, but this is all physical stuff. You know, it's not like a car.
Speaking
or
of stunts,
a
like I rewound it 5 times, but the last blow that old man Marley gives to Joe Pesci, like he takes out Stern first, then he gets Pesci.
Yeah.
But like right as he's hitting him, if you pause it, you can see that it's like a 25-year-old dude like dressed up. And he's got like not gray hair.
The zip
it's
line
very
is
subtle.
The zip line is the same thing.
Yeah,
When you see him across the zip line, it looks like it's the dude like from fucking Smokey and the Bandit, Little Enos Burdett.
Oh, okay. Well, when you see Culkin go on the zip line, you can tell it's a small adult. Just like when he's climbing up the shelves, it's okay. That makes sense.
What a great addition the Marley thing was. There's a lot of people know like it wasn't in the original script. It was just like he wasn't even present, and then Columbus added it to give it some spirit. And like that conversation in the church, man, that shit is just acting.
At the time of his filming, he was younger than I am.
No.
Yes. I did the math. I did the math because I told Catherine.
What?
Cannot be serious.
I told Catherine a little fib that he was only 39 when he did that role.
Yeah,
but if you do the math, he was 51.
No shit.
What's his name? Robert Blossom.
Yeah,
Blossom.
what was he in that we just recently watched?
Christine, but he was in something else that we just did,
yeah.
and we were like, he was in Christine.
Yeah. It was dogging me. I wanted to like.
Are we sure? It was definitely. Oh, I thought it was Planes, Trains,
Remember, I fucked up
Automobiles.
on Christine.
Wasn't it Planes, Trains, and Automobiles that he was in?
No, that was the guy, the dispatch guy eating the.
Yeah. I know
that guy was in Planes.
Roberts Scott Blossom, born in 1924.
Yeah.
And then that movie came out in 1990.
Yeah. Well, give me his filmography now for the
That's
80s.
66.
Oh, no. Is it?
Yeah.
24?
Yeah, that's 66.
No. Maybe I have the wrong
he's not
character.
going to give us his filmography so that we know what
Oh,
else he was
I don't
in.
have it. I just had his birthday. That's it.
Where's our PA?
like-
You get that, Phil, and I'll talk about how.
Spade is spade. He looks like he's 98 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he came out of the womb like goo goo gaga.
Shitters. I mean, 7 years in Christine, he was 59 then. Raja Gosnell, who was the editor on this, he came from Heartbreak Hotel because he worked with Christopher Columbus on that. He ended up directing Home Alone 3, and he edited Pretty Woman and Home Alone in 1990. So that was a big year for him.
Yeah.
And obviously...
Huge. Big year.
Yeah,
Huge.
for an editor, right?
Huge.
Anybody?
Huge.
No, I don't. What?
He was in
When
Vision.
Pretty Woman
he was
goes,
in, he was,
big mistake.
Oh.
Huge.
He was in Vision Quest.
That's what it was.
Was it that?
Yes, he was the father that lived in the woods.
What?
Yes.
It sounds like a limerick.
I know, right? The old man and the...
He was also in Close Encounters as a farmer.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, and he's like, should be coming around the mountain.
Yeah.
The production designer on this was from Heartbreak Hotel as well, and he, as a fun fact, he does not like Christmas, and he was a production designer on Night of the Comet, Gleaming the Cube, and River's Edge.
Gleaming the Cube.
That was
Steaming the pube.
fun. Oh, I'm trying not to edit. This is Christmas.
Later renamed A Brother's Justice.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, really?
Yes. it
What?
really was,
Gleaming the Cube?
Yeah, it was later renamed A Brother's Justice.
There are a few deleted scenes I watched. I don't know about you guys, but one of
No.
them was like at the very beginning when Joe Pesci's dressed up as a cop and the pizza boy's there, and then
Yeah.
like after the scene that exists in the film happens, he like turns to the pizza kid and he's like, "Oh, you're like, it's illegal to interrupt an officer of the law," and he's like, "Oh, it is," and he's like, "Where do you live? Do you live close by?" So he's trying to like scout his house as well, and it was like kind of
Gee.
superfluous.
Yeah, okay.
There's a scene where Harry and Marv are driving around in the truck and they start singing some Christmas song, but they just like subordinate the lyrics to be about like how they're ripping off houses and stuff. And it
Okay.
was like kind of funny, kind of well delivered, but like definitely didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
There's some like more scenes of them speaking French in Paris that were like totally superfluous. There was I mean, there was that one that we saw, obviously, where it's John Candy drops her off in front of the house and it's snowing.
Yeah, filmed
Which
by
we
the
all
neighbor.
watched,
Yeah,
filmed by a neighbor, and we all obviously watched that on that clip that we passed around.
It was fantastic.
But when that scene was coming up, I was really anticipating it this viewing because I'd never seen that. And so when you see the cut from it, because you see the car pull up,
Yes.
Yes.
you don't see anyone get out of it, and it goes to him inside. It's like I can see why they cut it, but like that was just cool to have that fly on the wall stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
definitely
that
was.
shit.
I heard that it snowed on their second day of filming, and they had to they really pulled up stakes and went to the house and filmed a lot.
Oh, they just
the
went in?
next day because they got a ton of snow, and they were doing fake snow from the sky because it wasn't snowing anymore, but they got all that snow, so they went out and filmed like him coming out in the morning, like that last day and everything, to real fresh snow and everything at the end of the movie.
You
so
could feel like the real snow under the boot
Yeah.
every time
Yeah.
he's walking
The
around.
crunchy.
How do you think they did that scene when he's like walking home with the two
yeah, I know, right?
shopping bags and like they both break at the same time? Like
I
were they,
think
like,
that the
taped
bags
at
was
bottom?
sewed up. I think they were sewn,
And he gives just
and
a little kick.
Somebody from somewhere in the back just gives like if you can imagine them walking right directly behind Kevin,
Yeah.
so that we can't see that person, and they give
A yank.
to the two cords that might be in his
But
sleeves.
you don't see the bag move at all.
Right, it just-
and the bottom of the bag, it's not ripped. It's like clean. You know, it's like there's no holes. There's no like raggedy like it ripped. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
clean.
Yeah, so
I
that
wonder
speaks
that
to your
too.
theory. Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know, that's what
always, even going back to like
We
when I
gotta
was like
figure that
watching
out.
this when I was in my teens, I was wondering that.
It's like
I
the
was
Zapruder film. We gotta like we
Yeah.
gotta watch it
Down
over
into the
and
left.
over. Oh, and you know what? The elephant in the room, John Williams. He was not originally on this
oh
film.
my God.
that would have been a bad move if they had used someone else. I
Bruce,
think.
Bruce Broughton was
Bad move.
From what would I have known? What would we know him from?
Bruce Broughton?
Yes,
That I
'cause
don't,
I don't
know.
know.
I did
Okay.
not look him up, but he was contracted to do
Never
it
heard
and
of him.
couldn't do it, so they were left without a composer and joked that it would be great to get John Williams to do it.
I think I was bitching about this with Planes, Trains. Like, I loved the film, and it was the first time I'd ever seen it.
Okay.
But the soundtrack just totally, it brought me out of it so hard.
Okay.
Like, I was trying to roll with that movie, and I liked it.
Yeah.
But the score was just so schizo. It was all over the place, and it just was so, like, it didn't know what it wanted to be. If there was, like, if this film didn't have John Williams and had someone else with the same kind of problem.
Way different vibe. Yeah.
Bro.
Like imagine Danny Elfman.
No, yeah.
It would be.
Yeah,
it would be tough. It would
too
be tough because it
wacky.
would change the.
It would, it would
Yeah.
go from heartfelt to playful,
Yeah,
you know, and,
yeah.
and
There's a moment, speaking of the music, I'll never forget it. So he's had the conversation in church with the dude, and then it's like, it's a great setup because they're like, all right, man, like, time to go home and defend.
Right, this
I
is
must
my
defend.
house, yeah.
But when he's walking out of the church, like there's this music that's been like sort of teasing, and then it like gets like it just comes in
Yeah.
and starts propelling you when he starts running.
Right.
I'll never forget. I mean, that John Williams is the king of this. Just for
Introducing
me,
Act 3. Yeah.
exactly. Like just me blurting out loud selfishly, like he has these moments in all of his scores where I can point to growing up and being like, that's why I started to like music. Like that's why I fell in love with music. Like that's I love music. Music's awesome. I want to listen to music forever. I want to play music. I want to play it on stage. John Williams like is the guy that has all these little moments where it's like, fuck, yes, there it is. And that moment is like, I'd go back and watch it. Like when he starts running away from the church, it's just like this carol. It's a play on Carol of the Bells, but it's like his own thing. And it actually has like weird kind of low-key modern percussion in it. It's fucking incredible.
I know exactly.
You know what I'm
you're
talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly
I
the
didn't at
moment.
first.
Yeah.
But
It's a
now
riff
I
on, like,
totally
It changes the tone.
Dun,
It changes the
Yes.
tone from passive
Yes.
to active.
And like you said,
You know?
then we're in Act 3. Like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
go. Like just the pacing, the propulsiveness of it. It's
They,
like,
they got him a rough cut, and he loved it and decided to
He-
do it.
he
So
really
that
did
was-
love it,
that
right?
was-
Yeah.
yeah. He was not. I mean, that was. They literally joked about getting him to do it, and this was, you know, I don't know at what point they were at, but they were able to get him a rough cut for him to watch, and then decide to do it.
I was talking about this. I was talking about John Williams in Australia with someone, and I was just like, I mean, not that he doesn't get any credit, but like, that guy's had more of an impact on me and like thousands of musicians like you could ever fucking imagine. Like, he's the guy,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, but
really
think
John
about
Williams
to know.
is the guy.
the people who, you know, like myself, I don't understand the mechanics of it, but if you just let him
Do his
take
thing.
you on the journey with him, Do you know what I mean? It's important. Like a guy like him is important to keep the tone in check, if you get what I mean. And,
Yeah.
and I love
100%,
that
bro.
kind
Yep.
of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And just, like someone like me who's a casual, like I love music, but I'm less, hyper sort of intuitive about what's what. He makes it very easy for us to follow along.
To
if you
get
what
locked
I mean.
in.
Yeah.
Somewhere in my memory, baby.
Damn,
He
if
unlocks it
anyone
all.
else had done this, it's like someone else doing Star Wars. It just wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Like who's the guy that did Superman, right? What?
So, I mean, John Williams did the OG Superman. He came up with that theme.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Star Trek, the
Oh, yeah. Who was that?
where it was the original Star Trek movie, and that guy went on to do all the rest of them as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
But is
you
it
should know
different?
this.
It's like if the guy from Star Trek the movies had done Star Wars,
Right.
it would have been a completely tonally different movie.
Which is like, yes, Star Wars is a space western and Star Trek's a space opera. And it's like kind of fits that bill.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, wow, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been said before, not by anyone I've listened to, but you're the genius at this table.
How about that?
Yeah, you are.
Well, the popcorn says different.
Exactly. Well,
Sorry.
fucking idiot.
I'm a fucking
Your dad was like, "Look what you did, you little jerk." Oh my God! Speaking of "look what you did, you little jerk." So I have my little pitch that I want to pitch to Hollywood about Home Alone 4, the actual return of Kevin McCallister.
No,
Let's
I-
go.
right.
I think we did
So,
talk about it at one point. I
We
wanna
did a
hear-
couple years ago. So I would love for him to make another one, and he's been sort of making the little mini remakes, et cetera, et cetera. But here we go. Home Alone 4, the actual movie, right? We come in, Kevin McCallister's an adult. He works in design or in architecture, something like that. Something with your hands that you have to do at home as well, right? And
Saw how he cut his chops. Yeah.
we're getting ready for Christmas. The house is full, including mom's here. The cousins are back. Buzz is there. I wouldn't fucking hang out with you if you were growing on my ass, right? And he's stressed because he's got this big project due, whatever it is, right? The boss is fucking busting his hump, et cetera, et cetera. So some of the cousins and his own children come into his den where he's working and accidentally throw a football or fucking something, and it knocks over the thing that he's working on. And he turns to his own kid and he goes, "Look what you did, you little jerk." Just reflex, right? That kicks off the movie. Now the mom's pissed off. Grandma, his own mom, is pissed off. Everyone's like, "Look, you're going to need to fucking leave and cool off tonight," right? So he reluctantly leaves, expletives, leaves the house, slams the door shut, and he drives down to his local, right? And he's sitting down and he's having a couple drinks at the bar, right? And there are these two dudes at the other side of the bar, the corner of the bar, right?
God.
And the two dudes, you and I recognize, but he doesn't, right? So one of them comes over and he's like, "Oh, what's going on? You look like you're in a mood." And he's like, "Oh, just with the family and the fighting and then this and then that. And it's been a fucking rough day. And I'm just, I'm just sick of this. Wada, complain rhubarb." And then he's looking at, and Joe Pesci's looking at him. He's like, "You don't remember me, do you?" And he's like, and then he puts his hand up and the M from the door, like on Raiders, exactly like on Raiders. He puts the hand up and there's the M, and Kevin goes white, right? And then he's like, "Kid, that was a long time ago. We don't give a shit," or whatever he says. And they proceed to get shithouse fucking drunk, like on Snatch or on Lock, Stock. You know what I mean? Where it's just smash cuts and them just drinking and doing shots and having a great time. And then they hop into the plumbing. He still has the plumbing van, and that would be like, as Kevin's going into the bar, you see the plumbing van in the back, and a savvy watcher would see it. You know what I mean? So anyway, they jump into the plumbing van. They get Bill and Bob's late night. They're fucking hanging out. The family is already gone. They've already gone to Nana's house, so the home is empty. And he's like, "Well, come back to my place. Fuck it." And then they all go back to Kevin's house, right? And we get a quick smash cut. He passes out cold on the couch, just dead drunk. And then, what's his name? Harry looks over and you see the gold tooth come out. And then the next morning, the house is empty. Fucking cleaned out.
Risky business.
Like risky business style. Clean the fuck out. And he has to like try to get Christmas back for his family. Do you know what I mean? I don't, obviously I don't have a third act, but I mean, the third act could be him trying to capture like, how, like go back to the bar. How do I relive that night? What's going on? You know what I mean?
What's this rated? You thinking R?
I would say, maybe PG-13, R, who cares? But what got me was the M.
R.
It was the M, and I instantly thought of, what was his name from Raiders? Toth, the guy, like, that time has passed, Fräulein.
Oh, yes, Fräulein. We have met before.
Yeah, we're digging in the wrong place.
Okay, there's a couple of things that...
Unfucking believable.
There's something that you reminded me of running through that. In Easy Money...
Yes.
Was Joe Pesci not a plumber?
He was a plumber.
With a faucet on top of
the thing. And he put the bathrooms in. That's the first thing I thought of.
And now...
But his plumbing company in Easy Money was Royal Flush.
Yes. But he had the big plumbing van that was recognized everywhere. This plumbing van stayed in that area, and a plumbing company ended up buying it.
Oh, shit, okay.
And it became very popular.
Okay.
And I think they were actually going to redo the van. This is what they...
Yes, you've told us.
They were going to redo it, but the people were like, no, we love it or whatever. And they became very popular with that van for like the next decade. I don't know where it is today, but that is a thing that's
someone was
there.
auctioning it or something,
Oh,
weren't
okay.
they? Yeah.
I'd like to really look up
we followed
that
up on
story.
this, and like there was an actual like fucking eBay auction or something.
Yeah, I should have researched that. By the way, we do have the chocolate covered cherries here. I've been getting diabetes for the last 2 days in case.
Decadence.
I almost bought ribbon candy at Market Basket.
Oh,
I
my
stood
God.
in front of it for like 3 minutes, and I was like,
metamorphosis into Old Man Tom would be complete.
"Oh
Has a
man!"
shovel.
Yeah. When you pick up the one piece of ribbon candy, it's the whole box. You know?
Yeah, I could not jeopardize my mouth with that. That would be bad. Shredded.
Those things are a little too much for me, but respect.
I love them, but I can't eat chocolate after 2 o'clock or I'm up all night.
Oh, okay. I'm up all
any
night.
Caffeine, any caffeine.
Really?
Is on, yeah.
My name's Tom, and I like to party. Well, we should talk about a little bit of alternate casting here too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should talk about the fact that something I did not know, that Dan Roebuck, who's from River's Edge, that the production designer actually worked on. Dan Roebuck was cast in Marv's role because Daniel Stern, when they made it 8 weeks instead of 6 weeks, could not get a raise, and he held his ground. So they moved on and they cast Dan Roebuck. And they actually
didn't have the vibe,
right? But he was actually made it all the way to set and was there for 3 days. And Pesci kind of said, "It's not really
good for Pesci.
The
for standing up
chemistry
for his
isn't
boy,
really working." And Roebuck got replaced after 3 days. Just kind of due to that kind of chemistry misfire.
The chemistry was simply outstanding.
Yeah,
absolutely,
visually.
You always need the number 10. You always need a number 10.
Yeah. Yep.
With comedic bad guys, it's always got to be a number 10.
Yep.
You get
It's
the beanpole and the little guy.
You can tell right from the get-go, too, when, Harry's like, we're going to rip this place off. Marv's like, are there toys?
Yeah.
You fuck, man.
Yet Harry was the one playing with toys under the tree in the other house.
Yeah.
As he was wearing the scuba mask,
good.
getting good. I love the way he's cleaning out that cabinet with the crowbar. Everything's falling on the floor. And De Niro was considered for Harry, and John Lovitz actually auditioned as well.
Okay, so that's very interesting.
Imagine the psychological fucking crime thriller.
Instead, he went on to Meet the Fockers, which is what he really did.
That's where I was going. That was what, early 2000s?
I don't know when that actually was.
It was later, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure
it's not really a one-to-one.
But Hollywood people saw that De Niro was cast in Fockers and was like, "What the fuck?" No, because he had done the movie with Billy Crystal, the Shrink movie.
Analyze this.
De Niro had done that.
That is an awesome fucking
which is
movie.
awesome, but he also had comedic chops.
Yes.
And you know what? Yeah, he probably.
There's a scene in that movie. There's a
Lovitz
scene where he
pulled
goes,
it off too.
What do you think I sit around? I'm like, oh, the fucking meatloaf.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch that.
It's such a good fucking movie.
Lovitz, he could have nailed it.
Yeah.
And it probably would have done more favors to the Italian American community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean,
remember
they
there
didn't-
being an outcry about that too from Italian Americans. Like, oh, the only person in the movie who's like the crook is the Italian guy with the fucking accent. Fuck you. And it was just like,
Oh, I missed that. I didn't know
it
that.
wouldn't have worked like today. But
Yeah.
Meanwhile, every gangster movie up to that point was
Exactly.
Stick your battles, you know.
for real.
Chris Farley tried out for the Santa role, completely hammered after staying
Was
out
he
all night.
known then?
1990.
No.
He would have been in SNL, yeah.
Was he?
At least it would have been at least his second year.
Yeah, I think it was 1990
Yeah,
to
copy that.
95.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been like a cameo then, because no one really.
They wouldn't have known who.
Yeah, so he was just actually trying out for a bit, like a small.
Yeah, he
Small
was
walk-on
obviously trying to get a small part.
But
and
I think
got-
he was a Groundlings guy.
get into a movie.
Okay.
So
And he got wrecked the night before, like because he was nervous, or
I don't know if he.
got wrecked just to get wrecked.
Well, that
I
Santa
think
was
that
kinda-
Santa was salty, and
Yeah.
he was going to come at it from his way, which that is a Chris Farley way. Like, you want a salty Santa? I can do a salty Santa.
Yeah. No, I mean he would have been awesome for it. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, the guy who did it was great.
He was great,
I loved
yeah.
him. He was.
They really
Harvey
lingered on his
Specter,
car
he's-
a lot, like driving away.
Yeah.
The shit box.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Honda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
are
yeah.
so collectible now.
Are they?
Yes, they actually are. Script was written in 9 days. Just throw that in there for the hell of it. For the hell of it. Something else I wanted to mention actually too. This year I have been watching It's a Wonderful Life quite a bit. I've watched it.
More than once already.
I've watched it twice, and I've watched the last hour a third time because I didn't want to watch the whole movie. I didn't have time. I didn't want to stay up that late. But the last hour gave me.
I cannot do it unless it's
everything.
Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I love the film, but
I do too.
I just can't do it unless because that's the one tradition that's been consistent my entire life. I don't know when it started. Probably before y'all. The ABC plays it every Christmas Eve, and it's like it's just on when dinner's on, the volume's off. But then like when dinner's over, the volume comes back
the
on.
movie
it's just playing ambiently around the house.
The movie entered public domain in I think 1974.
Oh yeah.
Unknowingly, and then it became it just was
It was
shown
just
everywhere.
On,
That's right.
nonstop.
But I agree, that's the perfect time to watch it. I just can't guarantee it at that point because things get a little bit time crunched. So this year I felt it, and what struck me about it this year, and I've said this to a couple of people, so a couple of listener will recognize this spiel that I know there's lots of people who don't like it for whatever reason. They either just don't like the movie or it makes them uncomfortable or this or that. But the state of the world these days, if you can still say that not still say it, go ahead and watch it and tell me that you hate it or it does nothing for you in the state of the world today, and watch that now, and then I will know you're a marked man. I'll be like, okay.
I am an old man, and most people hate me, but I don't like them either, so that makes it all even.
It never needed the world to be in the state it is right now for it to land, but really right now I'm just like, I challenge anyone to watch this and just be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't like it, it's stupid, or
It's a timeless picture, man. And
absolutely. I've watched it in color and black and white.
yeah, what do you think of the color cut?
I like the color
I don't
because
hate it.
I have it on Blu-ray, and as I've said before on our Christmas episodes, the thing about the color is my eye wanders around a lot more, and I notice a lot more of like the set and the details and everything like that. And
the ephemera.
yes,
It's like yeah.
I also wanted to call out that Carl, I think is it Schweitzer? Carl Schweitzer is in both two incredible Christmas movies that are probably the top two of all time, and he's in both of them. He's in It's a Wonderful Life, and he's in White Christmas. Who at the table knows who Carl Schweitzer is?
I don't.
Alfalfa from Our Gang.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Wait, didn't he have like a tragic?
A what?
Didn't he have like a tragic situation?
He had he was shot in
Yeah.
cold blood by someone who he was trying to get some money back from.
Oh, poor bastard.
Shot in the back.
Yeah.
When he was 32, I think. He was in It's a Wonderful Life in 1946.
Who did he play?
He played the guy who said, "Oh, why don't you leave people alone? You're annoying." He goes, "I'm sorry. Hey," when like he dances off with Mary.
When was the last time you saw it? Wonderful Life.
Probably last year.
And it held up. You were digging it.
I love that movie. It's really,
yeah, I love to hear
it's,
that.
it's heartbreaking because it's one of those movies that just kind of like, I mean, not to like underscore what Tom was saying, but it really just is kind of a, I hate to use the phrase, the more things change, the more they stay the same. But, I just feel like, as Americans, we're kind of under the same duress that they were back then. And it's kind of, it fucks with your head when you get to a certain age and you're like, wow, the cycle never ends. You know what I mean?
Well said, dude.
Yeah. And, yeah.
Well, the appreciation for things that are close to you, I think for me, it drives your focus back to your immediate world where you can make your differences, and it makes you appreciate more and more the small good fortune you're able to have around you. And that, for me, anyways.
The last third of that really is
it is. I mean, it's a masterpiece. And of course, it was not well regarded. It put Frank Capra's Liberty Pictures out of business essentially, and it didn't land well. And
that is so fucking weird how that happens. Same with like Allison.
It was 1946.
Wizard of Oz.
The world did not want a downer. They did not want. They just came out of the war.
It's not a downer.
No, I know, but you were made to.
You have to go on a journey to understand the movie, and maybe people didn't want that.
No, yeah. At that point, people were heading towards the 50s, headlong towards the 50s. So he played the guy, and do I need to tell you the button is right there? He shrugs his shoulders. And do I further need to tell you that Harry Bailey is dancing right over the crack? And he goes,
oh, that's right.
And then in, I think it was 1954 when White Christmas came out, he was the picture of the Haynes sisters' brother who's in the military. And he goes, I forget what his first name was. He goes, whatever the dog face boy. And then they show the picture. Our brother, here he is. And he always was a good-looking boy. He had to choke those words out. It's just weird how he got in both of those movies. And he got shot in 1959 and died, unfortunately. That's too bad. Yeah, bringing it down now.
Yeah.
Bringing it down. You know what I think it's really a good time for right now, though, Tony?
What on earth could that be?
I think it's a good time for Tony's Christmas Test.
This is a song about a superhero named Tony. It's called Tony's Thing.
90s version.
Okay. Now, Tony, we are going to go over this list, but we're not going to go over it twice.
Thank you.
So, this is...
Going to find out.
Who's naughty by nature?
I think I went, instead of doing Billboard, which has forsaken us with privacy and paywalls, I went to do the Casey Kasem.
Potter.
Yes, Mr. Potter Billboard. I went to Casey Kasem Top 40 and found out that he stopped doing it in 1988. So there's a fact for you. So, but it kept going, and here is it pulled the top 10 from November 17th, which is a day after this came out, 1990.
Okay.
Here we go, starting at number 10.
Number 10.
Something to Believe in.
Blank. I'm blanking.
Give me something to believe in. How about,
Sorry.
I know I could have stayed in love that night if I'd known what to say. Instead of making love.
Oh, is it Motley Crue?
Tony just... No,
Poison?
No.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Close. Yes, Poison. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 9, Knockin' Boots.
I've heard the song. I could not tell you who did
LL
it.
Cool J.
Neither could I.
No, is it LL Cool J?
It's got to be.
No, it's Candyman.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
All
right.
I like that you're participating.
Oh no, this is when I was coming online. So.
Okay.
Well, everyone at the table knows this one. Groove is in the heart.
Oh yeah, D-Light.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Phil will take this one if you don't. Number 7, Black Cat.
No.
Janet Jackson.
Oh,
okay.
JJ.
All right.
All right. No one's
kick-ass record, man. Rhythm Nation. Like.
No one is going to get number 6. More Than Words Can Say.
Extreme.
No, that's why I
He tried to
added
trick you.
Can
Yeah.
Say. More
Nelson
Than
Brothers?
No, I like that. What
Nice.
song did they sing that came out like I think it was 1990?
Not Queensryche.
No.
No. All right. Well, I'm chopping wood here.
You are. I love it though. Splinters are flying, and I'm just putting my hands up. Alias. Never heard of them.
Never heard of
either.
it. But I know the song. Wait, I know the song. I would have bet money that was fucking Extreme.
Well,
that was on like
more than words.
More than
is extreme,
words.
but not more than words can say. He tried to lead you into that, but then
okay. Because I was gonna say that was like 3
was
o'clock in the morning on KTEL Records.
That was 91
Had like
or
the
2.
power ballads.
Yeah,
90,
more
maybe
than,
93.
more than
I don't know.
words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now this is number 5. This is from an artist that I think had a wonderful song in The Last American Virgin, if I'm not mistaken. I Don't Have the Heart.
I'm gonna guess Joe Jackson because I know that Joe Jackson song.
No, I like that
Okay.
though. I don't know. James Ingram.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
I'm getting my fucking ass handed to me, Christmas style.
that's okay. I would get Delight and I would get Poison, I think. So that's all I would have gotten so far. I wouldn't have got Janet Jackson.
Okay.
I don't think. Okay. Number 4. Giving You the Benefit. You're not. No.
Sorry, no.
Pebbles.
Oh, okay, all right. I know who Pebbles is. I'm aware.
Yeah, so at least
her,
we know
but-
that.
Yeah.
Number 3. Light up the stage and watch it chump like a candle.
Oh, okay, hell yeah.
Oh, that's Vanilla Ice.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Number 2. We pray and we pray.
Oh, MC Hammer.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
I say we
I'll
pray.
take MC Hammer.
Okay.
All right.
Beat the shit out of that cassette. Oh,
Yes.
Let me tell you that for real.
It was praying for mercy.
Oh, dude, yeah. I
You
destroyed
did?
that.
That's amazing.
Oh, MC Hammer Don't Hurt Him? Dude, I've got like 4 versions of that cassette tape because I
That
just wear the shit out of it.
is amazing.
Over and over and over. And
Fair
over.
enough. Yeah.
Just thinking where Tony was likely at in 1990 and where I definitely was at in 1990.
Probably would have been at Bunratty's watching Instead and Rorschach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bands like that.
Actually, I want to check something on the wall for a second. I've been meaning to do this. Let's see. Where is this? Oh, okay. I do have that ticket. It was August 15th, 1990. I was looking up the set list the other day. It was Soundgarden at Axis. August 15th, 1990. They opened for Danzig at the Avalon Access Club. I thought it was a Soundgarden show, but when I looked up the set list, I said, because Bad Motorfinger wasn't even out yet, and the set list was so killer. Because I'm a fan of everything.
Did you see there, not to hijack, but
Yeah,
did
go.
you see the induction ceremony that Jim Carrey introduced him to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Soundgarden?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, fucking great, dude.
I'm going to have to look that
the
up.
performances were not the greatest, but the band sounded great, but the guest vocalist, whatever, no one can imitate or touch Chris Cornell. But yeah, Jim Carrey came out of hiding to introduce them.
It's kind of hard to picture someone really big in inducting them, but I would still.
It was great.
Okay.
It was perfect.
All right, I got that.
Anyway,
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
In the
Put me out of my misery, yes.
In the number 1 song, November 16th,
Number one.
1990.
Number
1. Love Takes Time.
Love Takes Time.
Another hair metal band.
No, I don't know.
No?
I wouldn't get it. No. It is the Queen of Christmas, the high priestess, Mariah Carey.
Carey.
Okay, all right.
All right, huh? You
Santa's
like that?
boot up my chimney.
That's
That's
okay. It would have been up mine too. I wouldn't have got that. I would have got Pray, Ice Baby, Groove is in the Heart, and Something to Believe in.
Okay.
So what's that? 4 or 5?
You wouldn't have got Black Cat?
I don't know that I would have.
fair, yeah.
I don't think I would have. Okay. News worth mentioning. November 16th, 1990. Well, November 1990. The song. This is for Phil alone. Wicked Game is released.
Nobody loves no one.
I don't know if the video was, but I assume the video
Chris
was as
Isaac,
well.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my.
The worldwide, and Phil was running home from that bus.
I was sprinting home from the bus.
The World Wide Web is first proposed by Kern computer scientists Tim Berners-Lee and Robert Kaliow. Yeah, something like that. Producers confirmed that Milli Vanilli didn't sing on their album, resulting in the duo being stripped of their Best New Artist Grammy and sparking a scandal. And last but not least, the first Billboard Music Awards, November 1990.
And they can eat our whole ass.
Yes.
A whole entire. From the inside out.
Oh, Inside Out. Noteworthy albums. There was a bunch of bands that were noteworthy, but no albums that were noteworthy other than, for me, Cinderella, Heartbreak Station. Those poor guys got maligned. They got grouped in with the hair metal. I understand how it happened.
They did great work, though.
They did. In this album, I mean, they are so Rolling Stoned on this album. It is beyond. And these guys, they couldn't. There's no way. They were washed up with the hair metal, and they could not. Great songwriter, great album. And The Cure, Mixed Up. That was also released November of 1990.
In November of 1990.
And now...
That's a very good impersonation.
I know. I can't even... I shouldn't even be trying. He beat me to it, and he beat me at it.
Actually, perfect.
I summoned him through me. I channeled my inner Jason.
Phil, would you like to tell us about Australia? Because inquiring minds would like to know.
Simply put, if anything is cool down there now, like they just say, "Oh, mate, nice, like your sweater, nice sweater. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's real juicy."
He's going for some impersonations too.
Good to see you. How did you like the show?
Like Jersey?
Juicy.
Juicy, okay.
Oh, thanks for coming to the show, man. Oh, show is juicy, mate. Juicy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were.
That's what they say now. They weren't doing this 11 years ago. Oh no, I mean it was.
Kind of gross.
I won't get carried away, but it was very special, man. Yeah, I mean 48 hours round trip in a plane. That was a lot. But yeah, I was on the ground for 4 days. The first day was just like get adjusted, try to shake some of the jet lag. We just walked around Brisbane, went to some bars. Really nice. The promoters rolled out the red carpet, man. We all had nice hotels, we got taken care of. The show in Brisbane was good, a little hectic, but good crowd. And then the show in Melbourne, Australia, which is at Southern in Victoria. We had a lobby call in the hotel at 4 a.m. So we started the day, right? Like we went to bed at 1 o'clock the night before. So it's one of those things where I got dressed for the next day and I just made my feet stay on the ground. I didn't fully get in the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So then the alarm goes off 2.5 hours after going to sleep. And it's like, so it starts like that. We get to the airport by 5:30, fly 4 hours to Melbourne, show up, do a ramshackle sound check, go to the hotel, try to like desperately get some rest, come back. Really well attended show. And we played one of the shows of our career. Like, I don't know how it happens. Like people were like crying and hugging after the show. And like, it was so fucking special. And like just this deep into it to be like looking around and just doing shows like that. It's nice to travel. It's nice to go see people and see some different stuff. Like Australia's great. It's not a particularly culturally exciting place. You know what I mean? It's great.
Let me ask you this: like,
but it was all about the music. You know,
Melbourne and Brisbane,
and then Sydney,
and then
Sydney. Yeah.
What would be for like myself? I've never, obviously never been. What would you compare those cities to in terms of?
Okay, so Melbourne, first of all, like I'm spoiled. I've been to all these great cities: Tokyo, Mexico City, London, all over, right? Like Beijing.
But give me something the provincial like me can.
Right. Well, first off, top 5 cities I've ever visited in my life. This city is special. It reminded me a lot of San Francisco, like good San Francisco. It's a lot of hilly stuff.
Okay.
Very well forested. Like every main street is just like a giant tree canopy.
That's awesome.
Like literally like a canopy of just like
we can do a Google Street Map, Tony.
Yeah,
me and you can do that.
Check out Swanston Street in Melbourne. It kind of gave me a little bit of that vibe. It had the same kind of climate, like Brisbane, which was more towards the equator, more north, because the southern hemisphere was a little more tropical. That's where I hung out with the kangaroos and koalas and stuff.
That was fantastic.
But like, Melbourne is a little more like Bay Area vibes, you know? It wasn't like sunny and hot, but it wasn't.
You need a coat in the winter.
Yeah, you could just wear a t-shirt or a jacket or whatever. That city was so impressive. Like, we had that show, and like we were all like that show was very, very special. And afterwards we're like, all right, like we're going out, you know. So we had played with some of our friends that we played with 11 years ago, and we're like, where should we go? And it's like we're walking down one of these main streets at like midnight on a Saturday night. And every single bar you walk by is like, that's the sickest bar I've ever seen. Oh, I changed my mind. Like, no, like every single store, restaurant, bar you walk by is just like on another level. Like it blew my mind. Everyone was really cool. I feel like I remember Australians being a little bit more like aggro, like, oh, yep, ex-British penal colony, you know
Sure,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But,
yeah.
dude, everyone was wicked chill. I will say this. So I was going to get my duty-free cigarettes. This is going to blow your fucking mind. I went to get my duty-frees in Dallas because we had a layover. So I was going to get my carton of Camel Blues, for $60, which is great.
As opposed to
Oh, if I was to get a carton here, they'd be like $150,
oy vey.
literally. So I was gonna get them. They didn't have the Camel Blues, and I was like, shit. And I was no cigarettes. It's like, fine, I'm flying. When I fly, not worried about smoking. It's very weird. If I know I can't do something, I don't even think about it.
Okay.
Which is great. So I need a doctor to be like, you have lung cancer, and I'll stop smoking. Anyway. So I get to Australia, got checked into the hotel, whatever, tried to take a little nap, and then walked to this convenience store. I'm like, yeah. So I get in there. I'm like, I'll just get a pack of Marlboros, right? So I get a pack of Marlboros, $43 per pack.
Holy fucking
It
Christ.
was 66 Australian, and I was like, this is the first thing I had bought on the continent. So I was like, oh, like maybe the conversion's different. And it was $43 for a fucking pack of cigarettes.
Wait a minute.
Dude, I swear, and on every filter, it's mandatory. It says, "What is this costing you?" Like on every filter of every cigarette.
So
No, is that just for like a Philip Morris? Like, do they have their own domestic type cigarettes?
Finally I wised up because I was like, I'm not going to spend $300 in 4 days.
Yeah.
On this decrepit, disgusting habit. And I was in Melbourne where I was like, my guy, look,
Yeah.
like, he's
What do
like,
the locals
Oh
get?
no, yeah,
Yeah.
that's normal. I'm like 66, like Australian. He's like, hey, it's normal. I'm like, what's the cheapest you got? And there was some Manchester purple sapphires. They were like $31, and that was the cheapest I found by far.
That is bonkers.
fucking insane.
that is. I missed the.
Dude, like it blew. I was telling this to my girl at Speedway, who is my friend who I buy mine from.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a whole group of people in line, and I was like, "I'll tell you a story," and everyone's like, "Oh, cool, who's this fucking guy?" And I
Yeah,
told
yeah.
him the story, and everyone in Speedway was like, "Jesus Christ, what the fuck?" She almost passed out. Like, but yeah, man, it's like no one smokes. Yeah, I mean, no one smokes weed either at all.
That is kind of weird.
At
So you
all.
had no smoking partners out. Well,
Well, I mean, I don't
none.
really smoke weed a lot anymore. you
No,
know?
no. I mean, like as a cigarette outside the bar.
No, yeah.
people were smoking. Just you.
Nobody. Yeah, like they've figured it out. I think in New Zealand now they've launched this thing where if you were born after 2017, you're never allowed to buy cigarettes ever again. So like you could be 30 and
I mean,
20,
that just seems
46.
really heavy-handed.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean-
not a smoker.
Oh, no, totally.
Have zero interest in it.
Yeah.
It does not bother me when people. I don't care.
Right.
But that is
It's
fucking
insane.
nuts.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
they're
to me,
phasing
it's
it
like,
out, dude.
well, are you gonna try this with like beer next? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's always there's always I don't listen. I don't smoke myself, but I would never deny anybody the ability to do like smoke. You want to smoke? Smoke.
yeah.
Not for me. I tried it.
It's
not
crazy,
for me.
man. They have successfully stigmatized it in every way. I can't believe I'm talking about cigarettes about going to Australia.
Yeah.
Okay, it's part. And look, you enraptured a whole group of people at a speedway
hilarious.
waiting behind you in line. So
Yeah.
it's worth telling to our
I mean,
listener.
people were dropping scratch tickets. People were, there were like energy drinks were exploding.
That was wild, but it was really great. Obviously, it was really fast. It was literally on the ground for 4 days. I was in 6 different airports in 6 days. Put down a lot of flying hours, but it's such the most inappropriate analogy ever. I hate making it, but when you go out on these tours, man, it's like coming back from war. Like you're with your little platoon of guys, and you have your ups and downs and your surprises, and you get back, and it's like you can't explain it to anybody, and it's like, fuck. So I don't like making the analogy because it's not war or even remotely anything like it, but that's the closest I can.
There's a
think of it.
camaraderie there, though.
There's camaraderie, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was just like super smooth. We hadn't played a show in a year, and I spent most of like the last 6 months being like, how are we even going to play shows? Like, can I even move on stage? Like, I don't know. And everyone in the band came super prepared. And to wrap it up, like, it really is, no matter if you're in China or Boston or fucking Pittsburgh or Australia, like it is all about like the show you're playing. It's about the fucking music. It's about like, does the concert suck? Did you have fun? Did other people like it? Did you blow it? Were you unprepared? Were you and like, yeah, on that level, I mean, on every level it was great, but for the shows to actually be good for us, that like went the distance, you know? So it was awesome. It was awesome.
Awesome. I'd love to hear it.
Could have had all these awesome things, gone to these cool bars, met great people, you know, overpaid for cigarettes and whatever. And if the shows were just kind of like whatever, then, you know, I don't know. But the shows that, at the end of the day, man, that's what it really, really goes the distance. So it was cool. I'm still fucking jet lagged a week later though.
I love it. I'm not surprised.
Crazy.
I'm not surprised.
It's
15 hours ahead.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you for sharing that with us, by the way. I mean, it is Christmas.
Yeah.
We need to. Tony, anything new with you before we start
I got
wrapping
nothing.
this up?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
No, nothing on the
No
radar.
Donna Summer rides through the city with your dad, Kaz and fracking stacking it.
nothing like
They
that.
changed this road, they changed that road.
It's yeah, no.
We've covered favorite Christmas presents in the past.
Yes.
The smells of plastics passed from packages opened.
Oh, that was good. Those are good smells.
The smell of Stretch Armstrong.
Usual Christmas schedule this year.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Like the plan now is nothing, you know, major. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
movies this year. I looked on Christmas Day just to
okay.
like give a cursory glance. Like,
Okay.
Nothing. I mean, I loved last year. Like, I wasn't obsessed with the movie, but it doesn't matter. Like,
Right.
just that.
No, it was a good
you
hang,
guys
yeah.
doing that tradition.
Doing
was,
that was
fucking
amazing.
awesome. Man.
And Jen will be here from the 26th to the 29th, so if there was something, it would have been nice to do something like that.
And then
but
Marty
we'll do something
Supreme's
else.
coming. That looks cool, but I don't know if it'd be like a Christmas night watch. But yeah,
Nah, I mean, you're a Christmas night movie guy. in
I'd say
general,
like
right?
half of my Christmases in the 23 of my Christmases, it's been a movie theater night.
All right.
I did it on Thanksgiving this year, though. My nieces and nephews wanted me to take them to see the new Wicked movie.
Okay.
That was fucking weird, man.
I can imagine it was.
I was so confused.
I
Like,
can imagine.
Now, Jeff Goldblum is in this movie, correct?
kills it, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because he's in all these commercials, and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's an apartments.com
he plays the
tie-in
wizard.
or
He plays the
oh, does he?
wizard.
Okay, all right.
The movie is only one sentence. It's adjacent to The Wizard of Oz, plot-wise.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which also fucked me up. I was like, what is going on? And my 9-year-old nephew's like, well, here's the deal. I'm like, keep it down in the theater. He's like, her face is green because of this. And I'm just like, it was warping. Really interesting movie-going experience.
I love you going to a theater, not on you didn't get in on your.
No, because it was like another cinema up in New Hampshire.
Yeah,
that my family
look at
goes
this
to.
pleb.
But there were 11 of us. We took up a whole row. It was great.
That sounds like fun. That's a memory you can't. That would have been a night otherwise forgotten. So the movie might not be memorable, but the experience.
You're gonna go to like
definitely
Fantasy
is.
Island on Christmas or something.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, get some Fantastics.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Play some Keno.
Yeah, maybe.
Has
And
anyone?
that place is really great, but it's also a real towny fuck show.
I went in. I tell you, I went in there like 3 months ago.
Yeah, and it
because
was like record skip.
I didn't know. 100%. And I didn't because at my new gig. Well, my gig, I got to learn how to do the Keno machine, and I've never operated one of those ever.
Yeah.
And it's always a thorn in my side. So I'm like,
I
I'm gonna
hate
go
it.
to Fantasy Island and just watch this guy.
Yeah.
Because the dude is a fucking Keno ninja.
The trick is,
And
no
I just
verbal
sat there and
bets.
had 3 Mai Tais and like watched him work, and like now I got it.
This the guy who runs the machine for the
He's
joint?
the bartender there.
Okay.
But like
All
literally
right.
it's a Keno bar.
Yeah.
It's all old people, all townies, just fucking drinking hard and
Playing
playing
Keno.
Keno.
And isn't Fantasy Island the one in the entrance to Vinnon Square, just
Yes,
before you get to
yeah,
Vinnon
exactly.
Square? I
That's
remember
exactly
going there
what
for
it is, yeah.
They got
karaoke
the
like
Fantas-
Yes,
They got-
Friday
that
night.
was famous. It was like they had the famous.
Yeah.
I've been to many a karaoke.
They got the
night.
Fantastics, which are
Fantastics.
unreal.
I could,
Yeah, that seems like a good Christmas play. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah.
I could not go to multiple karaoke's. I've been to a handful in my life, and each time I realized I was taking my life in my hands because I realized the faces I was making. Because I feel like I had you feel like you have to anybody seeing this, and then you're like, wait a minute, people are probably watching me make this face. And then there was a time in New Hampshire when myself and my brother were
You got up there
doing that.
and you fucking rocked the house. Right?
What's your go-to karaoke
People were
song?
crying. There were shirts with breasts being revealed. Somebody threw underpants at you. Some guy did.
What was the infamous now? animal karaoke song that got your ass.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it was a police song. Anyway, I went to karaoke one night with Catherine.
You don't know this story?
We just were dicking around,
I don't think so.
bar hopping, and we ended up in Anmol. And one of those, I think it was the police. I don't know. And I just I didn't just sing it. I fucking yelled it, and I got kicked out. The bartender kicked me out. And I'm like, come on. She's like, no, like just read me the riot act, booted me out. And I'm at first I was like, all right, well, that's humiliating, but whatever. But then I got angry, and I retained this anger because it's like, dude, like, but. So then anytime it's like, oh, well, we should go back. She won't mind that you're back. And I'm like, I don't care that she minds.
Yeah.
I mind.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
She's a salt, man. She's been working there for probably 40 years.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like,
You should have pulled out the what was Chef's name in South Park? What's the voice actor's name? Isaac Hayes. You should have pulled out the old Isaac Hayes line from "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker," where he's like, "If you can't dig my melodious voice," because he was talking about his bunions. And he's like, "Oh, my James Brown is like, my feet hurt," and he's singing. And
in Animal's defense,
oh, now he's going to defend Animal.
I was probably
Which you
not
should.
the most gracious singer, and I'm using air quotes.
Do you think anyone there is?
Yeah, exactly. Basically, I purposefully went up there to ruin everyone's good time.
No, you didn't.
Maybe a little bit.
It sounds like you did.
Maybe part of me did. But, when I get drunk and gregarious, I don't mean it in malice. I just mean it like as a nudge.
It's
you
like,
know?
what did it have to do with her night? She's slinging drinks.
I,
like,
you know,
cares?
like, you catch people in the wrong time.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, I
you
get
know.
it, yeah.
Yeah, you were caught at the wrong time. She was caught at the wrong time.
I mean, I left without reservation. I was like, all right, go fuck it. I was like, really? Seriously? Like, just, for singing with my beautiful voice? Come on.
Something tells me they had
What was the song? It's
some
on the
shit
tip.
I
going
don't
down.
know. It's like the police, maybe. I don't know.
Like the police.
Oh, you know what? I
maybe.
think it was Danzig.
Mother.
Yeah, I think it was Danzig.
Oh, yeah. That is a bird of a different feather. When you're yelling "mother," that whole song. Okay, I get that. The police says like, okay, that's kind of.
I was gently singing "Canary in a Coal Mine."
Anyone dig into any Christmas movies other than what we've dug into? You've been away.
No, but I've been away, but I'm open to any recommends that I may have missed. Last year, my big pull was Black Christmas, which
I love that. Okay. I love
which
that.
I loved. I know it wasn't your favorite, but yeah, that was like my nice Christmas find from last year. I'm looking for one if anyone's got.
I don't have any, but we cannot top that. We cannot top last year's episode of Black Christmas Story. That was such a great doubleheader. And I know people expect a doubleheader at Christmas, but this year bringing Home Alone on so big, we can't do two at once. If I had my druthers, I would have done It's a Wonderful Life.
We got enough of it in there. We got just the right amount of it in there.
We did. Plenty of Christmas cheer. Yeah.
Oh, we definitely did. We definitely did. And
have you been watching Hallmark stuff this year?
I have been watching the shit out of Hallmark, but I haven't watched one single whole movie. I just kind of put it on all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel kind of remiss, like I should at least watch one beginning to end. Because it's so hard to sit still for one, but it really is just relaxing to just get yourself lobotomized by the TV like that.
They put a lot of work into those.
They sure
do. They really do.
A huge audience.
They really do. Last fun fact for Home Alone: the hands on the face were unscripted. And
Culkin just going,
yeah, and they used that twice. The scream might have been like, but with his hands there doing the scream at the same time. That whole thing was, and I didn't realize they went.
He filmed Jacob's Ladder before this, right? Or after, or before. He filmed it before it came out. He was an unknown when Jacob's Ladder came out after this, but was filmed before it or something.
Wow, we covered it in Jacob's Ladder, so everyone go back and listen to that if you really want to know the answer to that. But also, his church scene at the end, Macaulay really came prepared, and he delivered that. And at his age, for an actor, fantastic. Yeah, he was natural born. Granted, there was some wooden deliveries in this from him, but I mean, he's acting alone a lot of the time, and it's hard. But like,
I told you, I partied with him once in Brooklyn, right? I told you this. I think I mentioned.
How are we burying this? No, I don't know.
No, because I've talked about it before. Yeah.
You say it now. I have a memory of this now.
Well, this is the Home Alone Christmas episode. Do you not just want to share for a parting?
No, it was super brief, but I remember going up in an elevator to this apartment in Brooklyn when I was spent a lot of time down there, like 12, 13 years ago, whatever it was. And going up the elevator, there were like 6 people in it. And he was one of them, and I was like, that looks like Macaulay Culkin. And then, like, go up to the elevator, and it opens up, and I go to my girlfriend at the time. I was like, she's like, yeah, that's Macaulay Culkin. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where are we? And I was just, like, someone's apartment that, like, a friend of a friend knew. And he was just, like, playing music and, like, drinking some beers and, like, super chill and just had amazing taste in music.
Like, he's in like a band.
He's in a band.
Yeah,
His band played at the place where we had played like the night before or something.
Oh, crazy.
I don't know. Maybe it was someone involved with the venue. But yeah, I mean, I didn't punish him. I don't think I really talked to him.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
That's the play, though.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be gracious.
Absolutely.
Let the guy be a human being.
100%. It wasn't one of those kind of things. But he was definitely there, like in this apartment, like just chilling, and it was cool, Like,
what's the name of his band? Pizza something.
Yeah, well, I can't remember.
Pizza's in the name.
Yeah,
I think. And you gotta play it cool unless you see Ray Don Chong on Newbury Street, and then you chase her back to H&M and tell her that Beat Street is one of the best films ever made, and it changed your life.
Okay.
I mean, you can't. I can ignore someone of Macaulay's stature that was in a movie of Home Alone stature, but not Ray Don Chong and Beat Street. That's something you can't pass up.
Yeah.
I've done that. So, I think we're done here, guys, for the year. I don't know when we'll get back with you, but I got to tell you, the heat that I've had on in here since 4:30, and now it's 8:30.
It's manageable.
It is.
I will say my feet are cold. The heat is subsiding.
Oh, really?
I've got my feet toasting up against the R2D2
the real feel temperature outside right now is 9.
Oh, really?
So, like, considering that,
okay,
we're doing all right.
I don't have a single part of my body that's anything but really warm.
Okay,
but that's because I'm dressed, but I'm not wearing gloves, but I have winter boots on and winter socks. So maybe if the wind is manageable, and maybe if the temperature is right,
the mood is right.
We usually squeeze a couple in, during the winter when we get above the 30s. So we hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and tally ho.
Merry Christmas.
Hark the